So if you are experiencing symptoms like bloating or reflux or flatulent or IBS, what the main concern is that you are trying to heal that from a gut level, and that's not the place you need to start. And in the next segment of this, I am going to in detail share with you why that is and actually where to start so that you can get long-lasting, everlasting effects from actually treating the right system, which is leading to these symptoms in your system. So if you are that person and you want a little bit more information, let's delve into it, let's get right into it and understand the system that's involved in all of these gut symptoms you're experiencing. So one of the things that I see most commonly in my clinic over the last 27 years of practicing as a naturopath is mainly women, admittedly, coming into the clinic with symptoms in their gut that they cannot seem to do anything about. Now, they've thrown everything at it. They're trying the probiotics. They've even tried fasting. And eventually what happens is they get to food elimination because they find that the smallest amount of foods, particularly wheat, seems to be bloating them. They can wake up in the mornings with flat tummies, and by the evening they say they feel about 7 months pregnant. If this is you, I really encourage you to watch to the end of this video because I am going to shed some light on to the factors why this is happening and why treating the gut is not going to be long lasting at all, as these women have found. So in my 27 years of experience, I get these women coming in with bloating, with distension, with discomfort, with IBS symptoms. They're basically feeling reflux starting to happen, maybe a bit of burping, gas build-up elsewhere, and just generally feeling really like they cannot eat anything because their tummy is so tender. So what I try to explain to them is that the gut is not the reason why this is happening. The brain and the nervous system command pretty much every little bit of activity that goes on in the gut. Now this means, of course, that when we are in a lovely relaxed state, our parasympathetic nervous system works really well and our body is in a state of rest and repair. Digestion works really well at this point because there's no stress on the system, and so the stomach acid, the digestive enzymes work really well to break down food, absorb the nutrients. The gut wall lining is not inflamed and it's very relaxed, so everything works really, really nicely. However, most of us do not realize that we are in a permanent state of chronic long-term stress. And this is just our busy lives. We get on, we have to do things. We're busy pretty much from 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night. But we don't realize that we are stressed because this is just modern day life. But what the body is being told is that we are in a state of stress. The parasympathetic nervous system just collapses and we're suddenly in this fight or flight response. And let me tell you, 3 things are going to happen when this happens. Number 1, your digestive secretions are going to stop. Hydrochloric acid is going to stop completely, and that will mean that there will be more bloating, more gas distension, more pain in the abdominal cavity. It'll mean that the food is sitting heavy, putrefying in our guts, hence all the gas that builds up. Number 2, what's going to happen is gut motility is going to be affected. So if our nervous system is suddenly on red hot alert or continually on red hot alert, the gastrointestinal tract, which is entirely muscular, contracts. And so we've got these erratic bowel motions that start to happen. We've got constipation, we've got diarrhea, we've got IBS symptoms, we've got pain, we've got all of the things that we associate with the gut not working properly, but the nervous system is behind all of this. And thirdly, we start to build up a lot of acidity in our bodies because if we're running off our adrenals and our nervous system all the time, what happens is it dumps a lot of cortisol and adrenaline in our systems, which actually turn to acidity. So then we've got that acid lining the gut wall lining and inflammation starts to build up. So if that's you, if these are symptoms that you have been struggling with and you are desperate to know what on earth to do, I'm going to give you a few simple pointers to start things off. There is a short-term management plan and there is a more long-term management plan, obviously. Short-term, the most logical things to do would be to calm the space when you're eating. Don't eat on the run, don't eat while you're driving, don't eat standing up, doing something else, scrolling to check your emails and stuff, because your nervous system will be in a state of hyper-attentiveness. What you need to do is create a really nice calm environment, even if it's 10 seconds before you eat. Sit down, breathe into your stomach, appreciate your food in front of you, eat slowly, chew your food well, really get that whole brain focused on the fact that you're now digesting food. If you do a couple of really deep diaphragmatic breaths, 3 or 4 into the belly before you eat, that will really signal to the nervous system that you're safe, everything is fine. Don't also drink lots of fluid around meal times, because this can really dilute the hydrochloric acid in the stomach, which really needs to be incredibly strong to start that first digestive process in the gut. That's where it all starts. So, drinking after meals, perhaps about 1 hour after meal is fine, but not during meals and not immediately afterwards. Another big mistake people eat actually is they have fruit after meals, and that is very quickly absorbed and digested in people's systems. So what happens is, if you've got a heavy meal and then you have a couple of pieces of fruit or 1 piece of fruit after a meal, it sits and it ferments, because fruit is better eaten before meals or actually well away from your main meal of food. So these are really practical things that can really help with people. And one of the things that I look out for in clinic is if people come in saying, my digestive system is fine when I'm on holiday, or my digestive system really hasn't been working well after a sustained period of stress. These are really deep clues that the nervous system is really what we need to be dealing with. Now, obviously, there is deeper healing that is really required on both the gut and the nervous system. But the most important thing is to realize you're not imagining these symptoms. They really are happening, but treating the gut is not really going to get you anywhere. Your body is responding exactly in the way that a stressed human being would respond. So that's very important. So if this sounds at all like you and you want to learn more about sort of long-term help that you can get, we've devised a quiz on EarthWise healthcare that you can take, and that will hopefully lead you more to areas that you can specifically take to actually help with your systems. There are so many good herbal tonics out there that will help massively, but that quiz will really help direct you to where the origin of your problems might be coming from. So give it a go. It's a really short quiz, it's fun to do, and hopefully it will enlighten you even further. I hope that's been of some use, guys. I really hope that together we can begin to tackle one of the easiest things, actually, when you get it right, to tackle, and one of the things that is really seeming to trouble a lot of people at this point in time. That's it for now. Thanks for listening. Bye.